Good day! We are here to present our research study. Let me just introduce myself and my co-members. I am Trisha Castro, Jeannette Fulo, Romelitz Oviedo, Cheska Gyen Poco, Lara Jade Sison, Samantha Blessie Gusman, Nicole Mararac, Canilang, Angelu Jimenez, Roces, Clarence Bautista. We are the Group 5 from Grade 12 ABM 6A, students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan. Our research study is entitled Effectiveness of Smartphones as an Aid for Learning to Grade 12 STEM1A to 4A students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan.
The study aims to know the effectiveness of a smartphone as an aid for learning to grade 12 STEM 1A to 4A students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan. Specifically, we aim to answer the following problem. First, the profile of the respondents in terms of age and gender. Second, are the effectiveness of a smartphone as an aid for learning to students. And lastly, is there a significant relationship between the smartphone and learning performance of grade 12 STEM 1A to 4A students?
Research study focuses on the effectiveness of smartphone as an aid for learning to the grade 12 STEM 1A and 4A students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan at Arellano Street, Dagupan City, Pangasinan. The respondents of this study are the 141 students of grade 12 STEM 1A and 4A who are chosen randomly. This research study conducted around this month, June to October 2019.
People are convinced that smartphones had always been a distraction for students, since they are likely to hold their phones rather than studying. And we thought that, what if we do a research paper in order to prove that smartphones play an important role in our academic purposes or study, since students are more likely active when there is a technology.
Significance of this study. This study greatly benefits the following entities. First, students. They can learn in a way they are comfortable and able to get answers quickly using smartphones. Second, teachers. Smartphones can help improve teaching. They can use different apps or trusted online resources to enhance the traditional ways of teaching and to keep students more engaged. Third, researchers. Smartphones can help them to research and improve their skills and have different ideas. Also expected to have a better knowledge retention for their research. And lastly, future researchers. This study can help the future researchers to know the benefits of using phones in school.
We researchers use survey questionnaire in gathering data. Initially, the researchers prepared the survey questionnaires to be checked by the research advisor. After checking, a letter of approval for conducting the survey was addressed to the principal. Subsequently, the researchers disseminated the survey questionnaire to the selected grade 12 STEM 1A to 4A students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan for gathering the needed data for the study. Afterwards, the researchers collected back the survey questionnaires for tallying and tabulating.
Our first limitation is time, because we, the researchers' class schedule is afternoon, while our respondents' class schedule is morning. The solution to this problem was we, the researchers, went in the school in the morning so that we would be able to disseminate the survey questionnaires to the respondents. The second limitation is the respondents itself, because some of them did not take seriously the survey questionnaires that we had given. So, to solve this problem, we, the researchers, had to photocopy new survey questionnaires and gave it to the other respondents, since the total population of the grade 12 STEM 1A to 4A is 217 and the sample size is 141. The third limitation is the access to literature. In every part of every chapter, there are assigned members to do for it. Review of related literature must be done by 2 members only, but they had a hard time to look for the literatures. In order to do this correctly and on time, we had decided that all of us should find and look for this.
With this acquired information that has been analyzed and interpreted, it can help the future researchers on this study. Our research is another way to add significance to existing knowledge because it will also help those people who have less knowledge about the beneficiaries of using smartphones in school.
People are convinced that smartphones have always been a distraction for students, since they are more likely to hold their phones rather than study. And we thought that, what if we do some research paper in order to prove that smartphone plays an important role in our academic performances, since students are more active when technology is present.
It focused only on the effectiveness of smartphone as an aid for learning to the grade 12 STEM 1A and 4A students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan, Arellano Street, Dagupan City, Pangasinan, and the chosen respondents were only 141.
First is the time because our respondents' schedule is different from ours. Second, limitation concerns the respondents because some of did not take the survey questionnaire seriously. Lastly, is the access to literature because we had a hard time in searching for review of related literature.
Our research questions are important because it allows us to gather all the information needed. It's also a tool we use in order to different perspective of the respondents to the effectiveness of smartphone as an aid for learning.
The first one is from our foreign review of related studies, from Zucker and Light, for their study about the laptop programs of the student. They stated that technology engaged the student in learning. And the second one is from Oxford Learning, that we use for our interpretation of the study.
Sample random sampling is the chosen method because it eliminates bias.
The respondents of this research are the grade 12 STEM 1A to 4A students of PHINMA University of Pangasinan, ages ranging 16 to 18 years old and above. There are 141 respondents. We use the simple random sampling method to conduct our research.
Survey questionnaire.
On the profile of the respondents, in terms of age, among the 141 respondents, most of them were 17 years old with a percentage of 63.12%. Least was 16 years old with a percentage of 14.18% of total population. In terms of sex, among the 141 respondents, 51.77% were male, while 48.23% were female. Based on the given statements on the survey questionnaires, 69.5% of the respondents agreed that smartphones are effective as an aid for learning to students, while least is 4.4, which is equivalent to the percentage of respondents who strongly disagreed. Based on the given answers of the respondents to the given survey questionnaires, the average weighted mean is equivalent to 3.09 that has a verbal description of agree. Since most of the respondents agreed with the statements, therefore, there is a significant relationship between smartphones and learning performance of grade 12 STEM 1A to 4A students.
We focus on the effectiveness rather than the effects that most researchers use.
Strongest. Firstly, smartphones and technology are related to new phenomenon. As such, the amount of literature on our topic is sparse. This makes our research stand out more and it becomes more original compared to other topics.
The researchers recommend to male students to learn more the importance of smartphones in their learning performances by attending or watching orientation that tackles about how to effectively use smartphones for the educational purposes. Students must have a proper orientation on how to set priorities in using smartphones. This highly management is recommended by the head of the school and shouldered by the parents of the students. Since the use of smartphones inside school campuses and even during classes cannot be totally banned, as it has been part of the students' habit, they must be informed from time to time on the possible outcomes of their acts and their possible problems they may encounter when they go beyond their limitations, which may lead to a smartphone addiction and unmindful use of smartphones, which may lead to another bigger problems. Likewise, the school management, especially the advisors, must be more active to their responsibilities by guaranteeing the implementation to the laid down school rules and regulations on students' use of smartphone devices during class rooms.
The importance of our study is to know the effectiveness of using a smartphone as an aid for learning, especially nowadays, that every person always connect or use their smartphones because it is convenient to use. We conduct this study in order to look at the pros and cons of using smartphones as a way of learning. This research aims to give information and evidences about learning in smartphones.
None, because we wouldn't end up with this outcome if we choose to change something.
Don't stress yourself that much, because like what our instructor said, nothing lasts forever, and it will end soon. But work hard and do your best, because good things comes in hardship.